Hello, beautiful being. I'm Trini, and welcome to In Her Dreams. Welcome to your reading. I'm so grateful that you're tuning in, and I'm also very grateful to be able to share these messages from Spirit with you. I do want to remind you that I forget to say this every reading, but I do want to remind you that we are sharing sacred space here in this collective reading. So if there's something that comes through that doesn't quite hit that sweet spot where you're like, yes, that's for me. If it's not quite like that, just know that that information, that message is meant for someone else. So just leave it for them to pick up, okay? All right, beautiful being. They have been bringing through, my spirits have been bringing through Florida water. I was spending time with my ancestors earlier today, so Florida water has been a thing for me this morning. And I want to share this energy with you because it's so high vibe and it clears away the negative, low, heavy vibrations that sometimes stagnate us and keep us stuck. So we're clearing that energy right now and welcoming whatever needs to come through from Spirit. Ashe. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull from the Witching Hour Oracle to see what the energy is that's coming through. Familiar, deep bonds. All right, so there's some, I feel like there's a deep relationship here. A very deep relationship. For some of you, this is a message that's being protected and brought to you by a spirit that feels like so kindred to you. It's a very deep bond. It may or may not be an actual familiar. I feel like for some of you, this is a very close ancestor that's coming to you. And ancestors have been coming through already in the reading with that Florida water. They love Florida water. So there's something very deep going on here. And this is guidance that's coming to you from the other side. It is a kindred spirit. It's someone that you got to know. Or for some of you, this is an actual familiar, an animal spirit. But it's someone that you met in this life. And they made a huge impression on you. This was a very strong relationship that you had, that you shared. This is someone who's speaking to you from the other side. They've transitioned, they've crossed over, but they are coming through with this message for you. They want you to know that this message brings peace and love and support for your growth because they see the work that you're doing and they're proud of you. Okay. All right, I pulled from the Alice in Wonderland deck. You've got You Can't Go Back to Yesterday. Divine is asking you and welcoming you to be in the present. There's something that happened in the past that was very painful for you. And Divine is asking you to bring your attention, your awareness to the present moment where you are right now. Like literally where you are right now. This is a call to mindfulness. Divine is asking you to be mindful in your daily activities. When you eat mindfully. I know a lot of us who have busy schedules, we tend to not be so mindful when we're eating. It's like you eat on the run and you just go, you grab it and you go. But Divine is saying to give yourself time to taste and to feel. Mindful touch is coming to mind. So this could be where you give yourself loving touches. You can hug yourself. There's a lot you can do with that. But this is also about if there is another being on this earth that you trust, whether it is an animal spirit or if it is a human being, allow yourself to connect with this being through touch and to enjoy that. And to be present in that moment and receive that love and give that love, okay? It's going to be very healing to you. Follow the white rabbit. Curiosity meets opportunity. There's something that Divine really wants you to explore regarding your curiosity. And this is regarding something that will bring you abundance. It's a creative endeavor. Divine is asking you to trust yourself and the desires that you have to create. Be curious about the things that you want to create. If you're embarking on a new venture, or if you are creating something that you enjoy creating, Divine is saying to allow yourself to be in the moment of doing things for that venture or for that creation. That's worthwhile time. And they're saying that it's time that you're spending healing. When you're doing something that you enjoy, something that is fruitful for you, you are healing yourself. Okay? Keep your temper. Okay, anger has been coming through. I was, yeah, this is about anger. I was looking around in my bathroom and I saw a book. It's called Taming the Tiger. It's really good, and it has a lot of messages in there to help with anger, but I feel like anger has been, it's felt like an obstacle to you. It's felt like something that has created setbacks regarding communication and regarding your progress. I feel like you felt stuck in anger. And the truth is that anger is a very energy intensive emotion. And to maintain an angry state requires so much time, energy, and effort. It really does. More so energy and effort, okay? Because a quick temper, it happens very quickly, right? But there's still this low level of anger that's constantly about to boil, right? And then so when there's a trigger, the anger erupts. And so Divine is saying to remind yourself of the amount of effort that you have to put into being angry, the thoughts that you have to kind of chew on all the time and just allow to bounce around in your brain. It really is very time and energy consuming to remain angry. And the question is, does your anger serve you a purpose at this time? Initially, when we feel anger, it's to let us know that there's a boundary there that has been crossed. And we'll have to think about, what is the boundary that I need here? Because obviously this is not going to work for me. What boundary do I need to set with this person? And then how do I go about that? So initially it's to let you know that there's a boundary that needs to be put in place. But once you are aware of that, the anger really doesn't serve you anymore. And so it's good to let go of it. It's good to let go of it. When you feel angry, if you want to channel it into a spell, if you want to do something with that anger, that's up to you. You get to be the type of spiritual worker that you are. And that's the beauty of it. You can choose what you do with your energy. But it is important to decide if the anger that you might be feeling now is worth it. And if it's not worth it to you, it doesn't mean that you have to heal it overnight, because that's a process. It requires time. But you can channel your anger into different things. You can channel your anger into creative energy. You can channel your anger into a spell that helps you to release it and send it back to the person that sent it to you. You know, you can do whatever you see is best, or what you really truly believe is best for you on your path. But do something with that energy of anger, because if you don't, it just festers and it interrupts your relationships, even outside of whatever it was that made you angry. It starts to corrode and eat away at the healthy relationships that you have in your life, or the relationships that you're working on. So release the anger, channel it into something, create something beautiful. Yeah, don't ignore the anger, but do find a way to release it. Okay, let's get some more information on what's going on, Divine. Ooh, Triumph, Authority, Solar Plexus, and Fertility. Okay, I've been pulling abundance cards like crazy. The last reading, it was Empress cards and Big Mama from the Hoodoo Tarot. And now you've got the 3 card in the Psychic Tarot, the Fertility card. And this is the thing. Divine is saying that your solar plexus chakra, your center, your ego, is entering a very healthy state now. You've balanced your energy. You've been working on that. And so you're ready to move forward. That solar plexus brings sun energy. This is masculine energy where you are doing things that you enjoy and that bring you abundance. Now, make sure you're not tiring yourself out, because sometimes I'll get into a very creative state and then I just want to create it all in one night. And it's like, wait a minute, girl, you need to go to bed. That's what my spirit starts saying. So it's important to, when you get into these creative times or phases of your life, to also give yourself time to just be and to not worry about doing anything. There's a balance. But Divine is saying that you are really in a state now that yields abundance to you. There's something that you triumphed over, you overcame it. And I feel like you might sometimes deny yourself the victory that you're due for this, because it really was something that was extremely challenging. And it wasn't just challenging because of who you are and what you've experienced and the needs that you have. It was just challenging, period. Because you might tell yourself, okay, this situation that I overcame is great, but it was hard because of what I've been through. No, it was just hard. For any human walking this earth, what you went through and what you overcame would be very, very challenging. So it's important at this time to acknowledge your hard work, the intentions that you've set, and the work and effort that you've put into evolving. It's a beautiful thing that you've been doing and that you've done. You overcame it. Because of this challenge that you've overcome, Divine is saying that you have authority. And this is authority pertaining to your wealth, your prosperity, also your land, like literally the area where you are, whether it's your property or where you live, or just where you are right now, like when you go out and run errands. Wherever you are, you have authority over that space because you are a sovereign being and you are a creator, and you prove every single day that you have access to divine energy. You are a constant evolution of divine energy through a human experience. And so Divine is saying to take ownership of who you are and of your power. Take ownership of that and allow that to nurture your creative intentions, and allow that to nurture the relationships that you maintain. Whatever relationships you have committed to growing, because I feel like you've had to separate yourself from some people that you originally wanted to have a relationship with, and that's okay. That's perfect. That's what you're supposed to do when you need to do it. Congratulations, you did that. You chose yourself. But all of this work that you've been doing to make the right choices, it's led you to a place where now you're strong enough to nurture the things that matter to you. And so now it's time to harness the energy of your solar plexus, and every day do something to nurture the intentions that you have for your wealth, for what it is that you do that brings you joy. This is something that is connected to your heart chakra. It's something that allows you to experience compassion with yourself, but it may also challenge you to know when to say when. And to say, okay, I've been working and creating and all of this. Now it's time for me to rest. And that's a phase of your life that you're getting really good at doing all of that. Creating a sense of balance in your life with what you want to do, what you need to do, and just what you choose to do right now, because. Okay. All right, I'm going to pull a couple cards for love. Yeah. Thank you, Spirit. What's coming through for love? Okay, we've got long haul, but it's in reverse. I feel like there's something that you've been going through with a lover that has brought you to a place where you're saying, why aren't we beyond this at this point? This feels like a long-term relationship or marriage that has had ups and downs. Okay, this is definitely karmic in the sense that you've experienced it before. And there are lessons that you are learning and that your person is learning because of the past life experiences that you've had together. It's not just because of what's going on in this lifetime. There are so many other factors that have played a role in how you and your person, how your paths have come together and separated sometimes and come together. There are also other beings involved. I feel like there have been other people who have inserted their energy into your marriage or relationship. And they've had what you felt was a negative impact on it, but really they just revealed truths to you. So if there was a third party, I feel like there could be, let me get this one. Let me get some tarot and dig a little deeper here. Okay. So there are things that you and your lover have experienced that have sort of shaken you to the core. It's you got Ace of Pentacles here, so there's something in your love that you've experienced that has really made you second guess your sense of security. This could be intertwined with financial decisions and decisions about where you're going to live and how you're going to just make the day-to-day work. But this has definitely shaken you to the core, and I feel like this has been between you and your person. They've experienced this same sort of upheaval because of your love connection as well. They might come across nonchalant sometimes, but they really do care. And they've been very invested. I know that just because of the karmic love card. You all have a very deep past, very at times very complicated, very complex past. But Divine is reminding you that there's something here that you've truly overcome. For some of you, this is that you distanced yourself because now is not the time to interact on a deep level or perhaps at all with this person. You needed space, and so you loved yourself enough to make the choice to create that space. For some of you, you've mastered things within yourself. You've mastered behaviors that created so much fear inside of you and in your love connection that it was like self-sabotage. You've conquered that. You've become aware of that. you may have sought some support from someone, whether it's a therapist or a reader, or maybe you've been reading information about relationships and attachment styles and all of these things. So you've really done the work that you needed to do in order to get to the place where you are now and to where you're going, because you're not done being victorious, okay? But you absolutely are victorious, and divine just says once again, look, you have the karmic card, or not, well, that's for love, but you had the yeah, here it is, right here. The Triumph card. I see the similarity between these two cards. You've achieved victory, so acknowledge that. There's some communication that you're going to experience in the near future. This could be days or weeks. That confirms your victory. So what you've been working on within yourself, within your love relationship or union, what you've been working on to improve on within yourself, how you've been nurturing your strength and your growth, you're going to receive evidence of that via communication over the next few days or weeks. I feel like it's going to be, okay, this could come through social media. It could be like a reading that you see that's confirming something, or it could be just the title of a video. Sometimes you'll see that, or sometimes like those articles that you get notifications of. It will remind you of something, and it will confirm something for you. So please know that the algorithm does speak. Through spirit speaks through the algorithm. Yeah. Yeah. It's going to confirm something for you. And this could also come through direct communication. So there would be a human being that sends you an email or a text message, or you get a phone call, and it confirms something for you that reminds you of the hard work that you've put into yourself and that it was all worth it. That's the confirmation. Okay, it's something you already know that you did great on, but you've doubted yourself, and you just need that reminder from spirit. I love moments like that. Okay, I'm asking for guidance for this beautiful being for career and money. Thank you, spirit. Okay, divine is cautioning you of overspending. Okay, so this came out in reverse, so it could be something that you have been thinking about for a while, and it's been kind of plaguing you. Maybe it's a way that you spent money in the past. You feel like it set you back. But I feel like this is sort of a cautionary message from spirit saying, just don't overspend. If you don't need it, don't purchase it. Also, if you don't need it right now, it might not be that you can't have it. You can have it, but now is just not the best time. Okay? So patience is required for this caution that you're being encouraged to have. And divine says this is just a part of growing up. This is a part of you flexing your financial muscles. And just reminding yourself that it's okay not to do things out of impulse. It's okay not to do things right away because you really, really want it. It's okay to just take a moment, sit back, breathe, and remind yourself that you have time. You have time. All right. I think we're going to end it there. I feel very satisfied with that message. I don't know about you. I hope you do. If you do, please let me know in the comments. Let me know something nice or uplifting or helpful that came to you during this reading. And I appreciate you. Thank you so much for tuning in. And know that I send you peace, joy, and many blessings. Take care.